Welcome to the overview of our customization tools. The tools are divided into three main areas. On the left, we have various tabs, which are categories for all the settings. In the center, we have the settings themselves, and on the right, we have the workspace, which is the working version of your automatic mobile website. To navigate around your mobile site, simply click on any of the links in the workspace and hit Follow Link. Then, if you want to return to the home page, just click on the Home button. Some other buttons here in the workspace include a Back button, which takes you to the previous page, a Refresh button, which can refresh the page if any browser errors occur, and a Pages button, which will show you the history of the pages that you viewed. Finally, at the top there is an address bar, which shows the address of the current page you're working on. Now, let's go through the tabs. The most important tab is the Content Selector tab. The Content Selector tab is where you select the menus and content blocks that you want displayed on your mobile site. Blue is for selecting which menu you would like. Green is for selecting a content area. And the numbers displayed indicate the vertical order. Block number 1 will come above block number 2 in your mobile version. Now, I'll talk about the next most important tab, the Design tab. Here is where you specify the global design settings for the whole site. At the top, there are the menu design settings that control things like the layout of the menu, the background color, and the rounded borders. Next, there's the header section, which is the area around the logo. Here you can change the logo background color, change the logo, and maybe change the logo caption if you want one. Next, the body settings, which is where your main body content goes. There's the same type of settings here, background colors, font family, etc. Next, the footer area, which is the same as the header, just at the bottom of the page. You can put copyright stuff here if you like. And finally, the last three sections are pretty self-explanatory. Global background controls your background image or background color. Current page background lets you specify a background image or background color for a specific page, and that'll override the global background settings. And finally, tablet lets you specify global settings just for tablets. Moving on, let's look at the Plugins tab. Plugins are very special modules that you can insert into your mobile version and take advantage of the various features you find on a mobile device. For example, the most popular plugin is the Click-to-Call plugin, which puts a button on your mobile site that automatically brings up the telephone. Similarly, we have the Click-to-Email plugin, which, when clicked, automatically brings up the user's email application on their phone or tablet. And a very important plugin is the HTML Snippet plugin. This plugin allows you to insert any HTML or JavaScript you want to add any mobile-specific content or functions that you would like. Finally, most of these plugins are pretty self-explanatory, so just try playing around with them, inserting them at various positions, and then configuring which pages you want them to display on. Next, let's move on to a very important tab, the CSS tab. The CSS tab allows you to write CSS either globally in the Global Style Sheets section or for only the specific page you're working on. This is very important Be sure that you think about whether you want your CSS to be global or only on this page. In either case, you can write custom CSS and change the style of any specific element. For advanced users, you can inspect any element right here in the tools using your browser's inspector, get the path of an element, and write your CSS declaration by hand. For beginners, you can select an element in the workspace and hit Style Element. When you do this, the tools automatically write the appropriate style for you on the CSS tab. Going forward, we have the JavaScript tab. Here you can write custom JavaScript, or jQuery even, to manipulate your mobile site in your user's browser. This could be useful, say, if you wanted to rewrite some of your links site-wide, or insert some animation on an element. Carrying on, we have another very important tab, the Create Custom Page tab. As it says here, you can create a new page that doesn't reflect a page on the desktop site. To insert content, try using an HTML snippet plugin. And finally, we have the Go Live, Preview, and Publish tabs. Clicking on Preview shows you what your mobile version will look like on various popular mobile devices, even at different orientations. After you've tested out your site, just hit the X to close the preview. And finally, when you're ready to view the live version of your mobile site, hit Publish, and you can see your site at its live address.